Today we are talking about Draftosaurus, a fun and funny little game where you are drafting dinosaurs into your own little park, basically. You can play up to 5 players, I believe. There's 5 different mats. Super quick game, but actually really fun. If you've played most similar games to this that kind of use the element of pick and pass. Each person is going to have 6 dinosaurs. You're picking one, putting it into your zoo, and then passing the rest. So it's going to have some similarities to Sushi Go Party, and 7 Wonders. So those are some similar games. But this is really fun. It's very basic, but I think it's still is a great in-between game where if you're someone like me that you enjoy bigger games and heavier strategy and stuff, this can still engage you. You can definitely still enjoy it, but it's still simple enough that someone ages 8 or up can still play it. So you can still have kids understanding this and playing this. I actually played a game with my wife and grandma, and there's not like a lot of deep games that I would play with my grandma, but this one was simple enough and engaging for everyone there. It was a really fun game to be able to play. It really surprised me, and it's a game where it does go quick enough to where most often people say, oh, let's play one more game. You know, that was quick enough. Let's play one more. So really fun, really plays well, I think at 3 or more. It'd be fine at 2, but because it's a pick and pass game, those types of games just work a little bit better when you have at least 3 people. When you have 2, you kind of understand a little bit of what kind of stuff you're gonna pass and get back to you and that kind of thing. But this does have a little variant rule that I think helps that out better than a lot of others even. So really fun. I guess I can show you some of the contents. You might enjoy it. This is honestly done really well. The artwork is fantastic, super quick and short rulebook, very easy to understand. The last thing, just with the gameplay, by the way, there are 2 sides to this board, and so you can play with either side, giving you some variability. And then there are all these monsters, dinosaurs, and you've got 6 of each, I believe. Maybe it's more than that. Maybe it's 8 of each, and there's 6 colors. And so you're placing them onto the board. Some of these, right here, if you go in this enclosure, they've got to be all the same color, all the same kind. Here is the opposite. They've got to be all different. Here, this is the king, and so if you put that one there, if I put an orange here, I get 7 points if I have more orange on my entire board than anyone else playing the game. This is kind of the opposite of that. If I put an orange here, I can't have any other on my entire board, and if I do that, I get 7 points. Here, you can put 3 of any dinosaur, but you can only put 3, and if you have exactly 3 there, then you get 7 points. And here, for every pair that you have, 2 orange, 2 yellow, 2 green, for each pair that you have, that's 5 points. And then you can always place dinosaurs in the river just for 1 point if you're trying to set up some other combos. Now, what makes this game interesting in another respect is this die. So I'm going to roll this, and then there's 6 different sides of it that when I roll, and it's my main turn, let's say, I can place a dinosaur wherever I want, but everyone else that's playing has to follow this rule. So this one right here means you have to place it in a enclosure that's empty, doesn't have any dinosaurs yet. Or this one, you have to place it on the right side of the board, or this one, the left side of the board, or this one, the bottom half, or the top half. So it really mixes it up a little bit. You may know what you want to do, but there's just enough variation between not knowing what dinosaurs are coming to you and the roll of the die that it just makes for a really engaging game for someone like me that enjoys bigger games, but it's still simple enough for even kids. And so fantastic game, Draftosaurus, highly recommended. Hopefully that gives you just a nice little touch and a taste of what this game is, what it does, and why it may or may not be right for you. Thanks.